Flip man, it's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.
Do. Good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are. We're here to talk about real estate investing with a strong emphasis on wholesale and real estate, and just trying to help you get a bag. So I mentioned the deal we were doing that one of my team members found from the KISS method. It did close on Friday.
Cool.
And made a quick look 3K.
Get out of here.
You
mean to tell me that you could actually make offers?
Yeah. Hey, what was that guy? Where's that guy?
Proof of concept.
Let's go. Let's go. Right there in the ham?
Yeah.
Right in the backyard. Let's go.
So, yeah. And so anyway, so we'll strongly be encouraging that even more. I ain't gonna say it was theory because I have done deals with agents before, but with this particular method, we wanted to put it in motion here personally because I technically wasn't even really interested in houses. But this makes me more interested in houses, and then to be able to talk it, I need to walk it too. So. But checks spend the same. I 3,000. Yeah, trust me, it'll pay something.
It pays something. It pays something.
Pay somebody. Whatever. So
with the just give us like a walkthrough. Was there any pushback, like asking about proof of funds, or no. what was the situation?
Okay, now this was a unique situation here. Let me see what's the address on it. I'll pull it up. Where's Chris' number? And he really didn't want to do it, but he went on ahead and did. The buyer. Let me find the address really quick. Okay, there it is. And then it was just a weird house too. Oh, I leave that up. That's good. So 7901. Yeah, that's it right there. Okay, boom, there you go. So it shows sold and everything. So let me see, she made that offer, so I wouldn't have it in mind. All right, so I'm gonna try to find that offer too. Give me just one more second, guys. Let me see. So see if it's in hers. There it is. It should be it right here. Okay, boom, there we go. All right. Okay, so let me share my screen. So it was this property right here. As you can see, it's a sorry listing. Well, she had these 5 photos here. So what is that one? Let me see. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 photos there, right? And so just to look at the price history on it. So it listed for sale. Looks like they tried to do it a couple of times. So it listed for sale initially back in June. It went contingent. I guess it got off. Then they had to put it back on the market again. And then this one, we made the offer right here on November 8th. And then it closed, Friday for the $15,000. So when we initially made the offer, we made it because you remember when we first was doing it, we was doing, instead of 20%, I think we were doing 30%, right? Yeah. And so we dropped it to 20. So they took the 30%. They would have went less. They probably would have took $5,000 for this house in reality, or whatever. But it was a probate situation, so I thought it was going to take a lot longer. then it needs to be. But the agent had emailed me back, and she was like, "Now, whoever's going to close on this deal, it needs to be in that entity." Now we could have still double closed it or whatever, but because it's a probate situation, the judge has to approve it, and so when he approves it, it needs to follow that name or whatever. So on the contract that you sign with us, I was like, well, do that, rewrite it. So my guy that bought it from me, trust him or whatever. I said, well, we're just gonna put it in your name or whatever. And so in your LLC. And so this was the original. Y'all can see this. I just switched screens.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So this was the original offer that was made on it, right? Is what we sent it, just the same template that we use or whatever. Which we've edited the template a little bit differently now. Yeah, just a little bit different from this, just a little bit. But this was the offer that was actually sent over on it. So there you go. Like I say, 3K or whatever. I probably could have made more, but because of the situation, I just fed it to somebody that I could just turn it over to, and I know he was just gonna pay me or whatever. So, but that's how it went down. But so
Cool
Let's
beans.
go, man. Let's go.
there you go.
So if you guys have any questions about,
It's a one bedroom, one bath. Which I had got a video of, but
yeah, that's a shotgun, right?
actually, it's not. It actually has square footage to be a 2-1.
Okay.
But it just weirdly, I don't know what was going on. I have no idea. So and then the bathroom is like right off the kitchen. I walk into the bathroom. One of the walls on the kitchen. You walk into the bathroom, and like I said, whereas the ceiling should be probably this high, it's like this. Whereas the door should be, I'm just giving an example, should be this way for a normal door. It's probably like this. It's just crazy. So anyway, but
Shotgun.
he's gonna roll with. But he's a landlord cat. So he just holds stuff. He doesn't do any fixing.
Yeah. I mean, definitely buying a whole situation. I mean, because just from the looks of it, I mean, it's a smaller house, so it's not going to take that much to get it up and running, rent ready.
Yeah, he'll have it. He say 30 grand. They'll have it. All gutted out and a more traditional layout because he just has a crew that he just pays every week. So he saves a ton of money on labor because he pays that satin. Well, he pays them every week. So
Yeah.
anyway, well, there you go.
Good,
Everybody's
good.
speaking, and then JB, he has a technical question. He says, Flipman and others on live, what are you all's KPIs? What are y'all's monthly cost per deal?
For me, KPI is right now we do pay per lead, and we spend right at $4 grand in marketing, and cost per lead we do 3 to 5 deals a month. On average, right now we're averaging 10 10K assignment, but we do mixtures of creative and wholesale though. So I would say right, yeah, right. We'll spend 4. We'll make like 20 right now.
Well, man, I have no idea how to answer that question because a lot of my content right now just feeds stuff to us or whatever. So I couldn't even answer it.
Right.
I don't want to say I ain't spending no money. I spend more money in people than marketing.
Right.
Really, I'm not spending anything in marketing at this point, so I couldn't answer. And that's one of my struggles. I know how to make money, but I know I'm very weak at organization. It's really held me back from just in my mind. I ain't gonna say that, but anyway, yeah. Yeah. So I can't really answer the question in that way. So
What's this? Miss Lynn Jackson official. I'm in the ham. I want to make a quick 3K too.
Hey,
You
text the
see,
word kiss.
yeah,
Yes.
that really happened. Even though we were back and forth with the agent, I saw that was sort of just me, and I wasn't that excited. It's made me excited about how. Let me just say that it's made me excited just because I know it's going to be help a lot of people or whatever. So that should have happened. That really happened in a week, really less than 2 weeks for sure. But I wasn't excited about it because when she told me it was a probate situation, I thought it was going to take months.
Right.
So I wasn't even that excited about it. I told my guy, he went over there and looked at it, the front door. She gave me the code to go. You see, these the type of agents that you're looking for. She gave me the code, say, just take an agent with you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Like she didn't want to deal with it. She was
you
just
ain't
like,
want to deal with it, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
They
So
out,
she
they out
definitely
there,
motivated agent.
they out there in abundance like that.
Yes, yes,
Gave me the code, just take an agent with you. She knew I wasn't gonna take no damn agent with me. You know
right.
what I'm saying? And
Right. Yeah.
so I get over there, didn't need the code because the front door was open. And so I told him, my buyer, I said, hey man, just go over there and check that out. That's one of the areas he loved to buy in. Got a lot of stuff already. And he's like, yeah, we can do it on. Then, as it went on, he thought about it. He said, I really don't know if I want to fool with it, Tyrone. How much you gonna want on that? I told him 10 initially. He said, I can't do that. He said, well, you're gonna have to move it. I said, no, just whatever. So when he closed on it, we talked about it Saturday. And I said, he asked me what I wanted. And I said, what you comfortable with? He said, I'll do 3. So boom, we just roll with that. We move on to the next one. I said, yeah, we said we need to be clear before we do it. And I said, well, yeah, we normally are. I said, we'll be more clear on what it is. Because I thought I could have moved it at 25 instead of, but again, it was so it was so unique because of that probate situation. That was I was tripping and bound. Then it was a 1-1 because most people you're going to have to go in there and spend quite a bit of money, but he doesn't. He's not going to do it that way. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, his crew is just constant. He pays them, so he saves a lot of money in that way because he always has something for them to do with all his rental properties. But they can do total renovations also. But I don't even know what am I answering.
About the 3K.
Oh yeah. So the KISS method. That's gonna you got to create that activity, guys. And just from dealing with the number of people that send me stuff so far, that's really what the topic is about. And so we're talking about it now. Is don't get bogged down on one property. That's if they don't want to do it the way you want to do it, just move on. Just period. It's just too. Oh my God, it's too many. And I've tried to make recent content to show you guys how to also look in the price history, just like that property there. Now, it would have probably said it was only listed for, I don't know, 90 days, but in reality, they've listed it for almost 6 months. Because what agents will do, it appears is like a little strategy or hustle. They'll remove a listing and then add it back so it'll just feel like it's a brand new listing or whatever. But in reality, they may have been trying to sell it for a year or whatever. So, but yeah. So to answer your question, like I posted and we trying to reach the agent. I don't know. See, and that's what that's what's so crazy about it. Agents can be, they get. I don't get it, man. Like anybody that's an agent out there, and I know the other agents or realtors. Why do you make it difficult to reach, man? Huh? Like, but I guess just everybody ain't gonna operate the same, huh? It's just too many of them. You're gonna have ones that's on it, and you're gonna have ones that ain't, just like with any other business, I guess. So I guess I'm trying to just blanket everybody should be answering their phone because they're trying to sell something. But I guess, whatever, or respond to text message, email.
79 Damien 2022 asks, hi Flip Man, are you doing for sale by owners from Zillow?
Oh yeah, you can. It doesn't matter. The whole process is to be able to just make offers. So to answer the question, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, right now we're going after on market properties with realtors using the KISS method. So, as you guys just noticed, Flip's whole breakdown was of on market property that was listed at 45,000. We went about making an offer at 30%. That was before we actually put the numbers together, right? So we made the offer of 30%, locked it up at 15,000, and went ahead and found a buyer to pay 18,000 for the deal. So zero zero money on marketing. Dude, that is cold, bro. Zero money on marketing, zero money on freaking like no like the deal was just so simple because the realtor was just motivated.
Yeah, Richard was motivated. It was a problem. That may have been somebody she knew or something, and you know what I'm saying. Just was more of a nuisance than anything. Like I said, she just gave me the code to go into the house, even though the front door was open, like I said. But I'm like, oh, okay, So but that's what you're looking for. That exists out there. I call them motivated realtors or
Yes,
whatever.
sir.
Now she really wasn't motivated. She was more frustrated with having even food with it, probably, or whatever. And so, but she made her money. So, there it is.
Dave Darton, hey Ty, I sent the email for the hotel today.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I saw the notification. I'll respond to it later on today.
All right, Zay B is asking, can we wholesale a property off Zillow with a realtor? I remember in the past you said stay away from those deals. There are easier deals out there.
Hey,
We've been doing this for 2 months now, man.
Where you been, Zay?
hey.
Been?
He must have missed the beginning. Also,
Yeah,
you need to go back and watch the beginning. Yeah, but yeah, you are very now. He's been around because he know what I've said in the past.
Wow, of
Or
course.
whatever.
Yes.
And let me tell you why. The reason I always used to do that, right? And that comes from laziness or whatever from me. But I just knew. I know ain't no new. I know. I know how difficult it can be to deal with a realtor, but after 20 years, 22, almost 22 years, I had to realize that it's no different than when you're targeting direct to the seller. We still have to talk to a lot of sellers to get to a deal.
Yes, sir.
Same thing with an agent. We still gonna have to talk to a lot of agents to get to a deal. But what I like about this a little bit better on the follow-up side of the game, they're gonna follow up with you
Instead of you following up with
they'll
them.
follow up with them.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you create that snowball I keep talking about, they're going to follow up with you. In the beginning, expect a ton of rejections, a ton of them, right? And talking crazy. And I think on Friday, I was showing you guys how this property, they sold it. I think I did a thing on there. I ended up doing a post on it. They initially was asking $650 for the property in June and dropped it down to $350 in November. $300,000 difference. Now just think about it. If you would have made an offer in June of $550, they would have laughed at you, right?
Right.
Look at them now.
300,000.
Hey, famous words of the great Mike Jones. Back then, didn't want me. Now I'm hot. All on me.
All on me.
Back then, so that's going to happen, guys. If you make the offers as ridiculous as they may stand, some of those are going to come back, and you can add a zero on some of these deals, depending on the price point you're dealing with. Like that $3,000 that we made, whatever, you can add a zero on some of that. So
Zay B, text KISS the 205-964-5243 and get access to that method, the KISS method.
Oh, and if you missed it on Friday, I need to do a standalone video on it. Zillow, they have I can just go ahead and show it right now. So they have a they say Google is your friend, Zillow is your friend. Like that. All right, but Zillow, if let me just go in here, we'll go to Miami. All right, I always go to Miami, don't So we go here to Miami. So if you have Zomps, I'm assuming you know what Zomps is. Let's do that first. So you want to download Zomps. It's free. It has to be on a desktop or a laptop to be able to take advantage of this particular feature that basically hack the real estate game for you. All right, and let me remove it really quick and add it back. Remove from Chrome. So I go here, add to Chrome, add extension, and boom. Then I go to Zillow, put in a city as I just did. So let me refresh this so I can get the thing. Now, if you have Zomps downloaded, you'll see this floating menu here. Now, I'm not going to tell you to automatically just only look for price cuts, right? Because you'll miss some stuff. You'll miss some stuff. But you can be a little bit more niched approach to at the same time. So you may build a different list. So if I go in here and I zoom out, and what I want to do is I want to turn off the map only to the traditional view. And I'm going to change this over to for sale, right? And then I'm going to make sure I go ahead and reset all my filters with Zomps. And then I'm going to deselect all and just select houses. If I zoom out more, now I'm gonna remove boundaries so it'll just open up to the entire market, but I could just do a zip code if I wanted to. I think it was 30310 or something like that. I think that's an Atlanta zip code, but I ain't want to. Let me go back. Let me go back to where we were. Go back for me. Let me see. So now let's see. Reset. All right. And so now if you click this other button that says price cuts only. So now it'll filter out through what's in the map viewing area here. And you can now just look at properties that have price cuts. So why is that important? Again, number one, that indicates they are dropping the price. So it could show some motivation, but you want to dive deeper. You can do it one or two ways. You can just scroll down and go into price history and start to look. So they own this property a long time, and then they put it on the market in October, and they dropped the price $25,000 in November or whatever. That's one. Let me see here. This one here, they dropped $60,000. So we can add it to Zomps. Let me make sure I don't have anything. We can add it to Zomps, and then we can just go here to show history. So they listed it for sale back in October, and they've already dropped it $60,000, right? So that's a significant drop. Realtors don't normally like to do that. They may do 5 or 10, but 60 grand, that's an indicator that, hey, we may be priced too high or whatever. But you can easily build a list, whether you're doing the price cuts or not, just using Zomps, right? And just add, and you can just build the list you can download. I'm not gonna go through all that. You can watch Friday's show, but yeah. So I don't know. We'll say it till it turn blue in the face, whatever. And I appreciate the people that have been reaching out. I know I've been reaching out to you also, Chevy, for my opinion.
Sir.
For my opinion, for my opinion on stuff, or whatever.
Yes.
But yeah, for sure.
79 Damien 2022 says, Flip Man, using the KISS method on Zillow, will it still work with a little bit of money for the EMD?
Yeah. Well, because two things. You possibly have me. Well, you got me. If it's a deal, we'll figure it out. I think I can come up with a few coins. Or you say, screw you, Tyrone. I know somebody got $500. I'm just going to double their money. Or I know somebody got $1,000. I'm just going to double their money on the close, with them understanding nothing is guaranteed, right? But that's how you can go about it, because if they accept the price that you're offering or very close to it, you're going to really probably have a deal or be in the ballpark. So there you go. Your thoughts?
It's a conversation starter.
Yeah.
Look, it's a conversation starter. You just the biggest thing, and I like the fact that you say, man, it was just me just saying, hey, I'm gonna go direct to seller because I was just being lazy, but you still got to talk to a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
So just understand, guys, that whenever somebody's asking for EMD, 9 out of 10 times you're not the one that's going to present the money. You put a due diligence period on your agreement that gives you enough time to walk the property, enough time to shop the deal, find a buyer for the buyer to put up the earnest money. I've had sellers that tell me that they wanted $5,000 earnest money, and all I'll do is I just let the buyer know what's going on. Hey, look, the seller wants $5,000 for earnest money. They're like, hey man, I like the deal. Let's make it happen. So just understand, if it's a deal, the earnest money is the last thing that you got to worry about.
Yep.
Boom. Gemini always says, I think some agents make the assumption that people only use cell phones. I do see ones that list all of their contact information every now and then. I see emails all the time, right? Or you could go to their website.
Yeah. You have to dive a little deeper for their email address or whatever. So yeah.
Sharon Farrell, I texted 6 different realtors one day last week asking where I can send an offer, and no one bothered to respond.
Hey,
lazy realtors.
Yeah, send more. Now, again, Sharon. Now, sometimes we're assuming they're getting the message too now, right? Number one. So what you want to do you want to build on a list of people that are not responding, and you want to dive deeper for their phone numbers. I'll go through it in a minute on how to start a research for the email. That's what I'm trying to say. For the email, it shouldn't be that difficult to find in most cases.
And keep in mind, a lot of times whenever you see those realtors' phone numbers on Zillow, that's normally their broker's phone number.
Mm-hmm.
So unless they say cell phone, that's normally their broker's phone number as well. So just keep that in mind as well. That's why we just got to make sure we pay attention to. If it's just one number, it's 9 out of 10. It's not going to be their cell number. It's just going to be the broker's number. So, and you can always call the broker and get their phone and get the cell number as well. So just keep that in mind also.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. You can call the brokerage and get their contact there. Can I get their website? Yeah. So.
What says AB? How you guys got it down to 15K? Was that in Alabama?
We just made the offer. I showed the numbers. Yeah, here's the I'll show you real quick, JB. Here's the offer that I made right here. It's the offer we sent over to him. With the KISS method, you get a copy of this, to edit as much as you want. You don't have to use this basic format, but it gives you an idea how the offer was made.
Boom. All right, Oscar Hurd on Facebook. Hello, Ty. I made an offer of 10K to the homeowner of the following property. He said, absolutely not. The owner stated it needs a roof, air. It hasn't been lived in 10 years. I'm sure it's more wrong with it. I asked him, what did he want for the property? And he stated that he's waiting on the comps for me. So please advise.
Okay, on something, I actually pulled that up. That's on Alice, right? 433 Alice.
Jeffries.
Oh, Jeffries. I'll pull up the wrong one then. Jeffries. I definitely pulled up the wrong one. Hold on. Let me look at that again. I pulled the wrong one up. Okay, let's look at it again.
Hasn't been lived in 10 years. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, let me pull you up.
So this little house right here.
Yep. That's it.
What you got going there?
And it's off market, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a FISBO, so that's good.
Yeah.
So when it's a for sale by owner, typically the seller is going to tell you what they want for the property. I don't know why he's not telling you. That's strange.
It's actually for sale, or he just reached out to him cold?
No. It said for sale by owner right here.
Oh,
Look.
okay.
It's not right here. For sale by owner.
And he won't give you a price?
Yeah, that's just weird.
Huh?
That is weird. But it's all good. It's all good. So look, here's So Zillow don't really have a number for it. Let's see if we could pick something up from somewhere else. Um, so Homes.com have it at between 41 to 73 for an estimate. And then let's see here. Who else? Who else? That's really it.
So what he offered 10 and he rejected it?
Yeah, he rejected it on 10.
Yeah, it sounds like a good offer.
Yeah. For just what's going on with it.
Mm-hmm.
What I would do, man, give me a call. We'll get on the phone with that seller and see what we can do about it. But yeah, holla at me. But 10 grand, you're in the right ballpark though. You just gotta figure out what's going on with that seller, and then go from there.
Malik is saying, does it matter if the property is owned by a nonprofit community development corporation?
As long as they selling it, no, it don't really matter.
It doesn't matter at all.
As long as they selling it.
And 79 Damien 2022 says, could I reach out to you if I have a deal?
Yeah, that's what we're here for, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We're here to evaluate. We're here to lock it up with you, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Phil W, if a deal you are confident, see you put down a due diligence fee like I do in North Carolina, pretty much paying for it. So $200 for a 10-day non-refundable option is what he does in North Carolina.
I like how that sounds.
All right. And thanks, Flipman, for the link. Able to get in contact with 4 agents today so far with offers. 2 have responded so far, so let's go.
Let's get it.
Let me see here. Is that the same for county-owned properties?
What does he mean?
Well, the other guy was asking about corporation-owned properties, and you said that's fine. I think he's asking, is it the same for a county-owned property? Probably the taxes or whatever. I'm assuming. Gemini Ways, corner lots, are they good to target? And what is the minimum square footage that you look at?
Flip, I think that's for you.
Oh yeah. What let me see what he said. What she said. She said corner lots, are they a good target? What's the minimum square footage you look at? Or it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just
that's what K Miles was talking about. I guess you need further clarification what he means by county-owned property, but I think he's talking about taxes that's owed on the property.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not sure what it means.
Shazam X, I got a hotel. Can you all look at it?
If it's just a vacant hotel, I won't be able to tell you anything. You can email it over or whatever. Ideally you need to, can you get in touch with the owner? And it's off market on something like that for sure. That's the main thing. Can you get in touch with the owner on it? So, but if you got a hotel where you know what the ADR is, which is the average daily rate, you know the occupancy rate, you know how many rooms / keys it is, okay, then I can tell you quickly.
And Oscar wants to know if he could reach out to you, Chevy.
Yeah, the number right. I don't have the number up top no more.
No, when these banners go up.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, okay, there we go. There go the number, Oscar. Let's holler at me, player. Let's holler at your boy. We'll get it done.
Feel free to.
Oh, you said, Ty, that was the last question right now, but you said something about finding the realtor's email.
Yeah. Mhm.
And Oscar said thanks.
Oh, you say I need to do it?
Yeah, you say you're gonna dive into that.
Okay,
Show me
yeah.
how to do it.
All right, so let's
Yes, sir.
realtor. All right, so we can look at this property right here, right? So if you scroll down, you don't ever want to use these buttons here. These are just advertisements. It's just going to send a referral to a buyer's agent. So the listing agent information, the way Zillow is set up right now, is normally right here below the number of days on the market. The 26 days on Zillow. So it'll say listed by. That's what you're always looking for. Listed by, right? And so this is Stacy Powell. It shows a phone number. It shows the brokerage they're with. So if I could copy it if I want, or I can just do right click and just do the search on Google. And so so I guess Powell, last name Powell Realty comes. So I guess they're the main honcho over there, one of them. So if I click on this, what up, baby girl? So I see her right here, and okay. Let me see if we can find an email address for old Stacy. You're getting a profile here today, girl. Miss Woman doing her thing down there in Florida. All right, so here we go. There's her email address right there, Stacy. Oh, Adia Brooks, Terry Benjamin, doing it.
Let's go.
There you go. That's how we find our email address right there, right? Is that the same phone number that's on the listing here? 6276. No, it's different. So, there you go. Just have to do a little deep diving, or we could have just called the number, and try to, hopefully whoever picked up is their actual Google listing, call the number and see, how to reach her. That probably goes directly to her, like she has a small brokerage with two other agents or whatever. So knowing is half the battle. Let's go.
K Mikes. I'm looking at a 2-acre plot that the county took over to build a road. Now they're trying to sell the land. Has a manufactured home on it.
Okay. We need more info. Need more from Mr. Miles. An address would be a good start.
Mm-hmm. K Mikes. Mm-hmm. K Mikes. All right.
What I said, Miles.
You said Miles. Malik, I reached out to an agent about where to make an offer, and he responded stating directly to the seller. We don't represent the seller. Do I?
Well, it must be a listing that's old, that they didn't take down. And so what I would do is I would send them a link to that listing. I say, so this is not you all's listing anymore. So you can be on the same page. If you've been fired, then you need to remove the listing, sir. Or not renewed.
It's still showing.
Yeah. Still showing. What are you doing? What are you
doing? And I guess he wants to know, do I ask for the owner's info if they have
it? You can. Offers are free, but I doubt they give it to you, but you can. Agent gonna probably, what's in it for me? What's in it for me?
To give you this info. Jam It Away says, I just got a reply. How should I respond professionally? She wrote, Our current list price is 113K, and although that price is negotiable, I offer 45.2.
Sound like you did what you're supposed to do.
Oh, she wants to know how should she respond professionally.
Oh, wait a minute. So how should
You muted, Chevy, if you're talking.
our current list price is 113, and although wait a minute, what part did the agent say? I'm confused.
Basically,
On it, is there more to it?
Wait a minute.
Are they upset that you offered 45 too?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they responded after you made the offer, or this was a response before the offer, jamming always.
Yeah, you got to put what was their response?
Yeah. Help us out there, baby girl. And that's female, right?
Yeah, jamming always. Yeah.
That's a female, yeah. She's on here pretty regularly.
Yeah, and I should know that. Will you ever forgive me?
But yeah, let us know what the rest of not the entire email though, but the gist of what the response was. I thought she was just saying that, you're offering 45, we'll negotiate, but you're way off, basically. That's what it seemed like to me, but I don't know. But the offer is the offer. She said that was the response.
After she sent the offer, she said, I offered 4. I'm just trying to be clear. Okay, well, so if they did reply, it's sort of a little confusing, but okay. She said, our current listing price is 113, and although that price is negotiable. So I'll say, so are you accepting the 45 too? What are you? Where do we go from here, madam?
Yeah, are you accepting the 45 too? Are you countering?
Yeah.
That's all.
Mm-hmm.
So are they shocked that you offered 45 too? I'm really just trying to understand what's going on.
Yeah.
So is they like the realtor is like, hey, this is our listing, this is where we're at. Yeah.
But and I feel like I was right what you're saying, but what they're saying is that is she accepting the offer though? Because she's doing the ... because she wants you to respond with something higher. You know what I'm saying? But you that's your offer, so that's just period. I think that's the She wants you to respond with something higher, but you're not willing to do that.
Oh no, you just say what's your counter?
Yeah, you'll go up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? That's a good I say that, I'm assuming, but I hadn't seen it. But yeah.
You want us to look at it to see?
Well, she might not want us to look at it. We ain't gonna go through this every day. That these folks already said in the chat.
It ain't on the contract.
They already said it now.
I mean, I think we're a community of good people that that's not out here trying to steal somebody's deal.
Every chat has lurkers now. People that never respond, but they come every day.
Yeah, that is true too. But I mean, these are on market properties though. Like this ain't no.
That's true.
This ain't no situation where I got an off market and
that's a good
I'll tell y'all. I have people that be like, well, I don't want to give my buyer the address because then you want to go and talk to. Like you giving a buyer address don't really mean nothing. You give a buyer address, they don't have the seller's information. And understand if the buyers had the skill set that you have to where you're in direct communication with a seller, they wouldn't need you. They wouldn't be going after the deal that you have. They'll do it themselves. So just understand that when it comes to on-market properties, everybody see them. When it comes to off-market properties, you're going to be in a position where you have a direct relationship with a seller. So to make sure you have the right rapport, and even if you give an address, a buyer 9 out of 10 times don't even know how to get that seller's information.
And
Oh yeah.
Jamming Our Ways is getting on to me. She said she already put the address
Yeah.
in the
You already put the address in the chat.
let me see. I don't remember. Did I look over it?
See.
Target.
You're not going to counter. They need to counter.
Yeah, you don't need no counter. You
You
need to
already-
ask them. You need to ask them. Hey, do you have a counter offer?
Yeah.
That should be your response.
Yeah. Or either say one or two things. What is it going to take to get a deal done? Or my favorite, how close can you come to that number?
I like that one too, Ty. I like
Yeah,
that one.
I don't see it jamming all way. Put it in there again, and we'll look at it.
How close can you come to $45,200?
Oh man,
That's it.
K Mike's. I couldn't find reasonable comps, but here's the address. Where can I personally message one of you? I guess this is about the land that's owned by the government, by the county.
Oh yeah, just email. I'll put it up here real quick.
So she went up, Gemini.
What happened?
They went up on the count. They went up on the offer, so they counted at 125. So jamming always. Let's move on to the next.
Yeah, we'll move on to the next.
Let's move to the next.
Yeah. They move. So they're listed at 113 and they raised the proponent 125.
They raised the one she made the offer at 45.
Yeah, clown emoji.
Yeah.
I guess I mean, you don't really have to respond. I mean,
So I have my realtor make offers for me, and he sent me an email like offer rejected. I was like, all right, man, let's move on to the next. I'm gonna send you some more properties. He was like, okay.
On to the next. Let's see. So I guess Mike's is gonna reach out to K Mike's.
Yep.
And yeah, we don't even have to look at that one, jamming always. Yeah. They're losing it. But that was the last question right now.
Yeah, I don't listen to the radio much. I don't be hearing Christmas music. I guess that's the only. It ain't like that's the only option to listen to. I guess I could create a playlist and just listen to it if I wanted to, huh?
Do you put up a Christmas tree?
What do you think?
No,
you've been here to these facilities. What do you think?
Never gonna happen.
No.
My wife puts my eyes up. So. She opened with our last count. Oh, she's talking about somebody else offered 125, and they'll say that.
Oh yeah, they'll say that. Well, why they ain't take it? Wait a minute, that's even worse, really. Wait a minute, that's even worse. If you Torin, if they tried to sell it for 113,
113,
they turned down 125.
They don't like money.
Are you lying to me, or is this the bizarre world or something?
Come on now.
Come on now. But see, that'll be the very agent a month from now come back to you with the tail between their legs. And it's gonna be 40, it's gonna be 35 too. No, we dropped it. The market changed since then. You're funky.
But do you feel like it's worth it to probe?
As far as
When
she asked the question. Oh yeah. Well, I guess you could. It don't hurt nothing. You know what I'm saying? By having a conversation, you may see what the situation is with the owner. There may be another opportunity there or whatever, besides just a cash offer.
Yeah.
Just make sure you understand that they just want to know how they're going to get paid, though.
But I love that question that I was like, well, why didn't you take that offer? Why didn't you
well, we ain't, we're not, we can't compete with that.
Right.
Y'all think I'm crazy? I'm going to offer 45 too, and you're going to reply back, oh, we had an offer at 125, but you're trying to sell it for 113. Well,
That should have been closed.
It should have been closed. This shouldn't even be listed anymore.
Right.
Yeah, that
Why are we still listed online? That don't make any sense.
I like to say if I'm missing something.
I know, yeah, that's sellers will say that too. But you like Christmas music? You seek out Christmas music?
Well, I can only probably think about 3 or 4 songs I really like. So really, Temptations. I don't know who sang it. What do the lonely do? I like that one. And then
song, yeah.
Oh, I love that song, man. People say, why would you like a depressing song? I don't know why I like a song like that. It won't reflect anything.
It probably bring back memories, from music.
Yeah, I can remember we were going to the mall one time in Laurel, Mississippi. One time it was playing. When I was a boy. What else I like? We ain't got no question. I'm just talking now.
No. Let's see.
I'm finna say, don't let me get ripping. What they say?
Okay.
That
didn't sound.
Our number was off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we were tripping.
Okay. Not 113. Okay.
So our numbers was off. So the listing was 159, and then they countered at 125.
Yeah. So if they rejected 125, then it's thank you for letting me know where you are on that one. I hope you all sell it. Just move on. Yeah. Because you're too far off.
I mean, but they were entertaining the 125.
But you're too far off.
Too far. More from the 45. Yeah. Okay.
Wait a minute. 45. That's too cheap. You should have been around
75.
About 75, 80.
Yeah.
You should have been around 80. I don't think it would have mattered.
Well, you could counter back at 80 now. Yeah, you could counter back at like 75, 80.
Yeah. It might have been a good thing you did offer 45 initially. Yeah, your initial offer should have been around at 80. Because that's half of 159. So yeah. So yeah, you count back at 80. So 80 is gonna be about the best we can do.
Matthew Justice, welcome to the live. I have almost 60 offers on Zillow. Is it normal for most to not even respond to your email?
Mm-hmm. It is.
Yep.
It is.
That's what they do.
Putting 60 more.
Hey guys, Yvonne Carbo, welcome to the live. Hi guys, I've been listening here, but rather new to the channel. I've just started learning creative and found a seller unwilling to accept a low wholesale offer. But they may be interested in a creative.
That's the great.
Nice. That's my alley.
Yeah, Yvonne. Yeah, that's the other option, or maybe the first option. The other option.
She's asking, can someone help?
Oh yeah. Put Chevrolet number there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, put my bad. Let me remove this. Yeah,
Chevy with the S.
Chevy with the S. Yeah, Vaughn, we could definitely help for sure.
Hit him up. Text first.
Yeah, but did you get us about doing the 80, not 45 on that deal, jamming all the way these?
Yeah.
What did she say? Let's go.
159 is the list price. You should have been at 175. I mean, you should have been at 75.
Yvonne is looking for an email address. Yvonne,
just take the address.
Yeah, the phone number. Right there. Boom, right there under his name.
So 318-588-7134.
bit. She wants to go over the numbers.
Yeah, we just went over it.
Oh, no. She doesn't. Yeah, right here.
Yeah, that's what she's talking about.
Yeah. See, you're between 150 and 300, so you would have been at 50%. So, and just if you want to just get technical, the actual offer should have been 159 divided by 2 is 79,500. That's the actual offer. If you want to stay, we said 80 because we knew, we were just off of 160. So 79,500. But you're using the offer table to do that. You're using the offer table to do that. So to access that table, just text the word KISS to 205-964-5243. Yeah. Chill.
So we have a question from either Natanya or Natanya Gaston. When getting started, do you think paying per lead would be the best route to take?
We got a free method here that'll work for you. Doesn't cost anything, right? It'll allow you to get right into the mix immediately as soon as this live ends. You watch the 30-minute training. It's free. Won't cost you anything. You got the entire country to target. Unlimited properties to target, warm leads, because they are actively trying to sell.
Boom. Hopefully, Yvonne, that you got his phone number off of that. Gemini Way. Oh, yeah, 40%. Now I got a real counter offer. My first 75 to K is the counter range. And they may take.
Because you should have been at 50%. On that 159. So your offer should have been 75.5.
Good deal. I'm glad you got it, Yvonne. And no problem. Natanya Gaston. Commander Frost asks, I have a monthly budget of $2,000 to obtain a deal. I'm in San Francisco. How would you go about securing a deal with this budget?
Save it.
Save that money.
Yeah, KISS 205-964-5243. Save it.
Commander Frost.
The great part about the KISS method, man, it just takes some. So what do they call that when it's just the time that you're putting in and nothing else?
Not elbow.
Sweat equity.
Sweat
equity, yeah. You just take some sweat equity, man. It's just that effort and the commitment.
Yeah. Boom. Yeah, that was the last one for now.
We're looking for motivated agents, realtors.
Motivation.
Starting with the ones that really should stand out to you is what we call sorry listings, sales.
Sad listings. Yeah, we can just say sad listings. Yeah, sad listings.
Yeah, sorry listings. This is a family show.
Really?
Family podcasts.
Right.
These
Commander Frost says thanks.
Apple pies and ice cream here.
Christmas trees, okay?
Yeah.
Christmas music.
Yeah.
You know what we do. That's what we do.
And this?
That was the last one.
Right.
And we are still comping properties. We haven't had a lot.
Yeah. These folks scared to comp properties.
No,
Hey, and then they jumped on each other in the chat, right? Hey.
People are scared to get their properties in here now. So.
But we may have just we say that is that we've simplified it for them. You know what I'm saying? So now we need to. It seems like we're getting a little bit more activity on. I got this response. What should I say? Right.
Right.
Ideally, we would love for people to be actually making offers while we're on the live, so we can tell you what to say. So everybody had a what's the names ready to go tomorrow, and just start sending a message, emails or text. Have them ready to go, and as they come in, we'll start. Not tomorrow, Wednesday. We'll start the reply. We'll tell them what, at least give me our 2 cents on it.
See what they say.
Yeah. Get some facts.
79 Damien 2022. What if the properties have been on market for 84 days and the price is around 150K?
75, baby. That's your offer.
Yeah, 75.
If you want to share it, we can dive deeper. You know.
AL_the1 says that he likes the Jamaican flag. Man, that's a good motivator for me.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There it is.
Soul Soldier. I know you don't. What does it say? I know you don't have to wholesale, but what are the advantages to having a real estate license?
Y'all want me to start? Y'all want me to start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's fine.
In my opinion, just like you watching this is a tool, our little 2 cents that we may give you as a tool, your real estate, a tool to enhance your chances of being a real estate investor and closing deals, whatever your goals are. That's the only thing your license should be for, is when it doesn't turn into a deal that makes sense for me in my buy box, then I list it. Listing just to be listing? No, it could be money made. Obviously, people make a great living like that, but that should be like the last option. When it doesn't, because when I do my degree of marketing, whatever that is to generate leads, if it doesn't fit what I'm doing, whether it's wholesaling, some creative stuff, fix and flip, rentals, and it doesn't fit with that, then I'll list it because I can still make some money off of it or whatever. That's my opinion on it. It should it's just a tool to make me a better investor, or at least I can still make money on it.
So it creates another stream of income to what you're doing. That's a you know, whenever we're doing deals, as someone starting out and you're just focusing on wholesaling, but as time progresses, you're now focusing on how do you keep some of these deals where you don't have to be out here on a monthly basis hustling and bustling, because you're now creating assets, you're now creating residual income, right? It's the same thing when it comes to having a realtor license. You're securing properties for yourself, but also at the same time, those might be properties that you're not able to take down yourself, so you can list it as an option. The same thing when you're wholesaling. You might not be able to take down a property for yourself, so you can wholesale it as an option. So that's the purpose of it. Both answers help.
Anthony Mayo, I made an offer on this property in Toledo, Ohio, and they replied nothing under 46K. Is that good?
Yeah, that's good. Move on to the next one. That means they're not going to accept your offer.
Wait a minute. What was the original price?
Oh, 59.
Oh, you already looked it up.
You already looked it up.
Yeah.
Because understand that if you're buying it for yourself, cool. Go ahead and pay what you're paying. But if you're wholesaling, the deal has to make sense for an end buyer. So for you to secure a property at $47,000 and it's listed for $59,000, where are you going to make money at?
Which begs this next question.
Somebody just being devil advocate, I know how people think. Well, I got them to reduce it $13,000. Why won't the investor buy it at the 59? Because if it was a deal, it wouldn't be there.
Yeah, it wouldn't. It's
It
a
wouldn't
deal.
be.
It would already move.
It would already move. It's not a deal, not for an investor.
And
Don't like it's a deal for nobody. You know what I'm saying?
and trust and believe, like understand that. Just understand, guys. Just like how we're making offers on these properties, there's an investor that's making an offer on a property as well, based on their numbers. So they're making offers based on their numbers also.
79 Damien 2022 on Instagram. What should I bring to the buyer if my offer is about $75K for this property?
What should you bring?
Oh, she mean what should she try to sell it for?
I don't know whether it's a female or male, but go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought we were talking about Jim and Always property.
No.
Oh, there's somebody else.
Somebody on Instagram.
Well, what was it listed for?
150.
And they getting it at 75?
No. Well, I think you're just going through the motion of trying to figure out.
50, yeah, if you're picking it up at 50%, you're typically trying to list it. You're trying to sell it back out there for 10 to 15% more. So 80, 85.
If you get the offer accepted.
If you get the offer accepted. Just understand, you get the offer accepted. Now it's about what a buyer is willing to pay you, right? Mm-hmm. So you just want to make sure you include your assignment fee, like Ty did in the beginning, where he said, "Man, I put the property on the contract for 15, and the buyer asked him what would he take. He said 10 grand, but then they closed the deal out, and the buyer was like, "I can't pay you no 10 grand," was feasible, and he took 3. So I grew up on that saying of what's after zero. That's how we ate back. That's how we ate back in the days. Yeah. Like that money was paid something. Like I remember the lowest assignment that we did was for like $250, bro. And all I heard in my head was, "What's after zero? You better take that money." That was some tough times, boy. I'm like 250. This is paying a car note or something.
Zero, baby. Yeah.
So just understand, guys. Some people they have their pride in their ego where they like it ain't worth it. But you gotta be in a mindset of respecting your assignment fee and understanding that if you could make $1,000, you could make $1 million. But it's just about you understanding that everything counts. Everything counts.
Yeah. So Anthony Mayo has a property. Oh. Yeah. Well, no, he didn't. Fellas, can you please comp this property at 109 Dayton, Ohio? I gotta respond with an offer within 2 days. Hold on. No, I guess he got a different property.
He on the phone. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what's the address?
109 East Hudson Avenue.
What city?
That is in Dayton, Ohio. Not coming up on. No, East. You put a 3.
How much did they offer?
Oh, he's asking us to comp it. He didn't say. The previous property was a different address, so I think he just.
Well, a couple of things on this particular property here. It looks like they getting a decent amount of views here. 45. They listed 3 days, but let's dive deeper. So I'm going to just add it to Zumps. And let's see here. So the history. So it was listed for sale back in September. They removed the listing 13 days later. Then they relisted it 67 days later. So that's where we are now. So it's not as new of a listing as it appears to be. Look like it's about 3 months, 90, almost 90 days old as far as a listing. All right. And then what I was about to say. The chart will tell you, the offer table will say that you're going to do 20% on that because it's below $75,000. So, which means, where is it? So that means that your offer, again, is getting a decent amount of interest in here. So probably, may not work on that, but your offer is going to be your offer. So you're going to be roughly at around $9,000 on this one, right? So we're times 20%, so we're at $9,000 is your offer. Your aggressive offer. We don't do low balls. We do aggressive offers.
DMAC Beats. How many people do you have to reach out to just talk to someone to hopefully make an offer?
If you're, just depend on the method that you're using. Now, obviously, agents, that's easy because they are actively trying to sell the property. But if it's a cold call, just going to depend on your data. What method are you using to reach out to them? Is it cold calling, text message, direct mail, door knocking, whatever it is? It's just going to factor in on what you're using, on how many people you read. But normally, regardless, you're going to have to do a lot of interaction with owners to get to people that want to sell, to get to actual offers that make sense, accepted offers that make sense, of course. So it's too many factors. You'd have to give me a little bit more context on what you're talking about to even start to give you a clue.
Marquilla Penny. Hey everybody, what is the minimum amount of days on the MLS do you start using the KISS strategy?
It won't matter because, like I said, they, just like I just showed you, they restart listings. So, don't get caught up in that part. I'm going to look at the views per day more importantly than how many days it's been on Zillow. Yeah, you would love something that's been on there for a minute. But if you're just going to glance at that and don't dive deeper into price history, you can be misled on how many actual days it's been on Zillow. So don't even worry about that. Just look at the level of interest there. So,
and then also how they're listing it as well. As far as, do they just have one picture and that's it? So you want to pay attention to that as well. How much effort is that realtor putting into listing the property? That's going to be big as well.
Yeah.
So that brings us to the next question, which is Jaden Hunt. He said, what do you guys look for in a property when looking, other than it being in distress? So that was one of them.
Don't have to be distressed. This helps.
And Yvonne did say that she texted you the address.
Yeah, it haven't came through yet, Yvonne. So 318-588-7134. Just making sure you have the right number.
And Stephen Vaughn said, hello, fellas. It's been a little while, but reflecting back on what Chevy said, always remember time heals all sellers.
I said that? Did I black out when I said that? What?
I thought you would remember it, but
I don't remember that.
I was just assuming he means that, sometimes they're gonna come back, after you make the offer. I'm never going to say that.
Hey.
Yvonne wants to see that phone number.
318-588-7134. That was like a mixture.
Did you hear that? You'll get it. She'll get it. Yeah. So you say you never said that before?
No, I'm not saying I never said that before. I'm just saying, did I black out when I said it? Because there'll be time where I say some things and I'll black out and I say some great stuff. And if I don't catch it, like,
you might have said it. You might have said it.
Because I talk to my guys all the time and they like, remember when you said this? I'm like, no, I don't remember that. Well, it's all good though. It's all good. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, he's saying he didn't respect your elders. Okay, so he getting on to us, and he said, "You didn't say it. It's something you said that I was he was reflecting on.
Oh, okay.
That's different. Okay, we
All
get
right.
it. We didn't get it. We didn't get it at first, but we get it. You was reflecting.
All right, Mr. Stephen Vaughn.
Over our heads.
Right. Question, fellas: is it good to put this in a text or an email? This is my offer. I think he's saying I'm not willing to negotiate. Oh, willing to negotiate. I guess, yeah, willing to negotiate. What do you think?
This is my offer, and it's good. I mean,
And
yeah, I
willing
mean,
to-
that's fine. That's the whole purpose of making an offer is to see, you know, just understand that a realtor is going to come back and say, "What's your highest and best offer?" That's typically what they ask you. If they're not countering, they're always going to ask, "What's your highest and best?" Just like we would say on our end, "What's your lowest and best?"
Right.
How close can you come to this number? What's your lowest? What's the lowest amount that you would take?
Right.
What's the least amount that you would take?
Exactly.
But yeah, ain't nothing wrong with putting that in an email, man, or a text.
Anthony Mayo. DMAC Beats. Okay, thanks, fellas. I've been texting, and if someone responds and want to sell, I'll call. I don't know, calling us or the realtor. What do you gather on that, Sherry?
No idea what. Yeah, that sounds good, man. Okay, yeah, you've been texting, and if someone responds and wants to sell, I'll call. Yeah, that sounds good, bro. If somebody responds, we out here. That's what we're here for, man.
Right. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Yeah. I think we got what I can see in here. Guess we can.
That was the last one.
That was the last one.
Yeah, that was the last one. So we're good. So yeah.
So I guess he's just meaning to randomly send out messages through these to these realtors with that message, and just to see if they respond.
Yeah,
And everybody's
that's
gonna
completely,
respond.
that's completely fine. That is completely fine.
What we say? We had a
Hmm.
we tapped out on the questions. My boy Nate used to say questions with an R.
Let's go.
Well, so you'll be here Wednesday, though, right?
Yeah, I'll be back at it on Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah.
Anthony, go ahead.
Anthony Mayo, you have another question?
Yeah, he said, can you all please explain how the EMD works?
EMD is just a part of the purchase price.
Define what EMD is first for those that may not know.
Earnest money deposit. So typically with EMD, it's not refundable. So if you're putting up EMD, just make sure you're specific in how you're going to deliver your EMD. So if you're doing an EMD, you're saying, "Hey, look, I'm willing to do an earnest money deposit after my inspection period," just like that. So what that will do is give you enough time to shop the deal, find a buyer, and get insecure earnest money deposit from a buyer. So the earnest money deposit simply just help with securing the deal. It shows that you have skin in the game, so it shows that you're serious. And at the same time, you want the earnest money deposit not to be directly to the seller, but to be held in escrow with the title company or with the closing attorney.
Nadia Khan wants us to look at this property in Madison, Alabama.
Got it.
Nadia is saying I drive by it every day.
Have you reached out to the realtor, Nadia?
Okay, offering some. It's been listed for a long time. It looks like they're selling just the land now. There is a house on it, but it's gotten run down. 1.7 million. Is this commercial?
Where's this at? In Alabama?
Madison, Alabama.
Yeah, this is OD overpriced.
2 acres.
What is that? That's up there by Huntsville.
Near a public storage.
Yeah. I don't know about the pricing, but is that it's a commercial property or?
It looks like it is, yeah.
Yeah. That's a little bit outside my lane currently. But one thing we do know, the price ain't 1.7.
Nope.
Ain't nobody bought it.
Ain't nobody buying it. Ain't nobody looking at it.
The biggest issue may be if it's on Zillow. I don't know if this is an actual commercial broker or just a residential agent that had a client that, daddy died and he owned this and they just put it up there. Sometimes you can find some really good stuff like that, though, just in general when a residential agent lists a commercial property. They don't have a clue or whatever. So.
I don't know how to look at that, man. So that'll be.
And Yvonne is saying that you should have her text by now.
Yvonne text by now. Nope, nothing.
Anthony Mayo.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I sent you the wrong number. Got it. In Fort Lauderdale? Okay. Trying to think of let's see. Yep.
I think Anthony is trying to figure out how the process with the EM works with a realtor, as opposed to normally you just give seller the $10.
What their expectations are is that you sign a contract, they expect the earnest money deposit within a couple of days. Their expectations are, when I say just listen to the word expectation, don't mean that's what it got to be. Their expectations are 500,000 plus, right? Depending on the price point of the house. That's their expectations, but we're in negotiations. And you can structure it where the earnest money is not due until after the due diligence period is completed. Or you may do a portion of the earnest money deposit and what you can actually afford, and the rest after the due diligence, because it can just be negotiated all the way. Not saying they're going to accept it, but you make your offer. At the end of the day, like I said before, they're either going to do it the way you want to do it or you move on or whatever. But that's the expectations are, is that you're going to have the earnest money up in a couple of days. It's going to be a certain amount, and that's it. That's what the expectations are. Not saying that's where it has to be, though.
And then I think he's asking about, once you find a buyer, do they pay an EMD? That's what seemed like a question.
Oh, okay, well, yeah. So say you find a buyer, you put up EMD, however it's done. Then the buyer comes in place. They're going to put up EMD on your side of it also. But you get that money back just like they get the money back at the end of the day when it closes or whatever. So I'm assuming that's what he's asking.
I think that's what it is.
So you could bypass all that and just have the buyer put up the EMD though. So that's the purpose of it. As long as it's a deal, a buyer is willing to put up an EMD. So on the realtor side, realtors typically ask for 2% of the purchase price as far as the EMD. So that's typical, 1 to 2%.
Nadia wants to know, is it okay to reach out to realtors with my own personal email address?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you have a deal, Williams, he said, I have one. Put it in the chat. If it's blocking you, try to space it out or something like that. Sometimes YouTube will block addresses. So
Hey Yvonne, for that property, is it a townhouse or it's actually are those condominiums? I'm trying to figure it out. It looks like a townhouse. But we'd have to get on the phone and see what kind of situation the seller is in.
I guess she goes by Ash, or maybe she said Ash. Single family home. Oh, okay.
It is single family? All right, I'll call you after this. We'll get on.
And Anthony said, thanks. You all helped me out a lot with that.
Knowing is half the battle. Knowing is half the battle. Let's go.
Boom. Okay, and Yvonne said thanks. So, reach out to her. So Jaden has a question. How do you go about getting the listing agent to become your buyer's agent?
Well, initially you're reaching out to them to see where to send your offer. Normally they're going to respond back where to send, and they're going to ask you, are you a realtor? Sometimes you just make it clear to them, no, I'm not a realtor, I'm an investor, and we prefer to deal directly with the listed agent. That lets them know that you're okay with representing them. Now, some of them will be a little ignorant and say, well, I can only represent the seller, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, right. Okay, let me know if that changes or whatever. So, but you can still pursue it. Don't let me back up. You can still pursue it. You say, but then now you got to go try to find an agent and all that stuff. It ain't even work. Just move on. Just let them know, hey, that's your preference. Just move it at them. Just let them know if anything changes to let you know. Because there's too many. Again, it's just too many deals out there. You just have some people they're just not gonna get it or whatever. And I don't know why. What am I doing here? Yeah, but that's normally how it goes. Once you tell them that, they know what time it is.
Williams wants to know, his neighbor is selling 15 acres for sale by owner. What does he do?
Need details, man.
I mean, that's a simple conversation with your neighbor. You got to find out what they want for the what they want for the land.
Do I contact the owner first?
Yeah. See what's going on.
What's up?
Once you get an idea as far as what they want, then you can reach out to us and we'll help evaluate it and then go from there.
And welcome to the live, Williams.
All right, somebody just text me. Can you help me with flipping houses, please? Yeah, text the word KISS to 205-964-5243. And we don't. That's one aspect of the strategy is flipping houses, but in wholesaling, we're not flipping houses. We're flipping contracts.
Yeah. That was the last one.
All right, we got to go. Gotta let my man out of here. So we appreciate everyone that joined us today. Hopefully, we got a lot of good questions answered. Seems like you guys are really putting the energy into it. Questions mean you're thinking about it the way you should be thinking about it. So hopefully, we filled in those holes for you. See how you can contact everybody. Just get out there, mix it up, guys. Create those offers, those snowball of offers. So Wednesday will be the 11th. So we'll be back then. Thanks, and we will see you guys on the flip side.
Flip man, it's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Yeah.